Good morning and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel for many of you. You join me here today on the River Wye, and the plan is to try and catch some chub and some barbel. Conditions look good for fishing. We've got a dry day ahead of us. The river's been fairly steady now for a few days, got a little bit of colour and it's slightly up on normal levels for the time of year, but nothing at all to kind of worry about. The plan is to try a few different techniques today. We're going to try rolling meat in some kind of fast rapids, just kind of feeding for the bites. We're going to try some feeder fishing as well. We'll try some float fishing too. I got some bread with me too. If we can get some chub going off the top, that could be a bit of fun. But we'll just chop and change and see what happens really. We'll see what the day plays out. Joining me also today is Nick from Haugen Angling, so that should be fun to have a buddy on the bank with me today. Yeah, let's get fishing and see what happens. Alright guys, we're down on the swim. First cast is made. The river's up a little bit on normal levels. It's probably up sort of 10 or 20 centimetres. It's got a bit of colour in it, so it's slightly different to what I'm used to, but I still think it looks quite good. I'm going to start the session feeder fishing. I've kind of cast out to the far side. It's still early in the morning, it's about 5:30. So if the barbel are still feeding, you know, it's worth giving it a go. I'll give that a go for an hour or so, and then I'll switch over to rolling meat and just explore this swim for chub. But for now, let's see how we're getting on. I've got a 4-ounce feeder, quite a big one. It's quite fast water over there, just to kind of hold the bottom. I've put a boilie on, 15mm hopfish GLM, some big river fish ground bait, and yeah, fingers crossed we'll see what happens. There we go, that's a fish. Yeah, okay, we're into the first one. Plucky bite. Sort of holding well in the current. It's looks like a good chub. Lovely. Good stamp of fish, these Wye Valley chub. There you go. Let's get you in the net. Fantastic, right. We're off the mark. There you go, first of many. Let's get you back. Ready to fight another day. Oh, that's probably about 3.5 pounds, I'd say. Splendid, right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, all right. That was one of those unmissable bites. There we go. Another nice chub. There we go. That's a long fish, this one. Right, there we go. Another nice fish. 3.5, maybe touching 4. Let's get you back. Right, time for something a little bit different. I'm going to switch over to rolling meat, and the method is super simple. It couldn't be more simple. I've got a size 6 hook on, tied direct to 12-pound line. I'm on my barbel rod, 1 3/4. I've got 2 double SSGs on there, so that's 4 SSG, about what, 1.5 foot from the hook. and I might have to kind of play around with the weight there just to make sure I can feel the bottom and just edge it through the swim. And the idea is you cast it out upstream and just pull it and just kind of let it feel it down the swim. When you've got a swim like this with lots of chub in, you're feeling for the plucks. I just saw one lift up there. And same with barbel, so you're kind of feeling it on the rod, looking on the tip. And it's a really nice way of kind of just exploring the swim, finding where the fish are. It's a good way of finding barbel as well. If you do find that you're getting some barbel from one particular spot, then you can focus on that area with a feeder. But as much as anything, it's good fun. You know, it's much more active than sitting behind a tip and kind of watching it. You kind of stood up doing something a bit like float fishing. So we'll give it a go. We'll see if there's any fish in. So watching the tip, feeling for the plucks. Nick from Haugen Angling's just below me there, he's trotting, he's getting a few. And just below him I can see a little group of, they're called red-breasted mergansers. They're a type of water bird, I guess you might call them a duck. They're called sawbills is the family name. I'll throw up a picture on screen. And they're fish-eating birds. You only really see them on the Y. You do see them in little flocks. They're really good-looking birds, and I say they're sawbills. They've got serrated beaks, so they dive and catch fish. I guess a bit like, you know, cormorant might. We see them come up in the day. I'll hopefully catch some footage of them. Yeah, little tiny tap. That's what we're feeling for. Doesn't feel like a big one, but they're all welcome. Got a good show for herself. It's better than I thought, actually. Such a hairy swim, this one. Alright, let's point you down so you can see what's going on. Yeah, lovely. There we go. Another nice Wye Valley chub. I think I'll keep going with this. It's not proving prolific, but it is fun, and we're getting a few. So the secret seems to be smaller cubes of meat. It's about ½ inch, maybe just a touch smaller than that. I've got a 2 SSG shot on, 1.5 from the hook, and I'm just feeling they really are the slightest little plucks. I think a lot of the time they're plucking, they're taking the bait off and I'm fishing with nothing, so I need to kind of hit the first little pluck that I feel. And when I do that, I seem to be having more success. I think I'm getting more bites than I appreciate. I just need to be a bit more sensitive. There we go. Way up. Took a little bit of line that time. But feels like a show again. Here it comes. Huge mouth. Yeah, lovely. Got ya. That's a good sized fish. Look at that. cracking. Lovely in the sun, look at that. Beautiful. Good condition as well. It's got quite a few lice on its back. All right, let's let you go. Straight in. I think once you get everything in balance, you get the right amount of shot on the line and the right size of meat, you find where it kind of runs through quite freely and the fish are sitting, and you know and you know what the bites feel like, just the little tiniest taps, and to hit them, then actually you can have some great sport. It's taken me maybe an hour actually to kind of get my eye in, to get a feel for it, but now I feel like we're in business, right? And I'm not putting any feed in, so this is just, getting better at the technique really. Here it comes, another nice chub. It's really swallowed the bait down too, I can see that. There we go. Cracker. Right. Right, well I've caught plenty of chub now on the feeder and also rolling meat, so I thought I'd just try something different, kind of keep things fresh. I've got my trotting rod here. It's got a 6 gram Dave Harrell #1 on the top with a 6 gram Olivet down the line here. At the bottom, about a foot from the hook, held on with a couple of float stops. And then a size 10 with a bit of meat on. And I'm just going to have a go at trotting through. I mean, Nick's Haven Angling's just below me there, and he's been getting a few trotting. He's in a slightly deeper, sort of slower swim though, which might present better for trotting, but I'm going to give it a go anyway and just see if we can't winkle out some fish. Just nice to kind of keep things fresh really. Actually trotting through quite nicely there. I'm not sure about the swim for trotting, but that's okay. And we're in, here we are, yeah. There we go, just holding back there in the current. And the float went. Magic. Right, brilliant. Okay, let's make sure I can get to the net all right, without falling over. Let's make sure I've got my drag set properly. It's probably a bit tighter than that would be good. There we go. Oh, there you go. Third method of the day on the float. Fantastic. Oh, it's another good chub as well. Right, I'll unhook you here in the water. Oh, that's a good 4 pounds that. Oh yeah. There we go. Off he goes. Magic. Well, let's see if we can get some more. Right guys, little status update. I tried trotting for a bit and I've taken a bit of a break and come back. Things have really quietened down in the last hour or so. The sun's out and the water's kind of clearing up a little bit, so it feels like things have slightly gone off the boil. So I've gone back to a feeder. I'm going to put discs of, well, cylinders really of meat directly on the hook. Really targeting chub now, and yeah, stick it with the feeder and the kind of faster water on the far side, and we'll see if that can't kind of winkle out a few fish. It still kind of leaves us wide open to the opportunity of barbel if they're there. But if things are quiet on the float, let's just try and buy some bites on the feeder, I think. Yeah, we're in. The sun's just gone behind a cloud, and the moment that happened, the chub hit. Probably unrelated events. But there we go. There we go, lovely. Oh, nice in the top there. Oh, maybe a couple of pounds, something like that. Let's put you back. Splendid. Right, we'll keep going. Yeah. I'm just putting luncheon meat direct on the hook now. I was on a hair with a boilie before and I was getting a lot of plucks, you know, figuring it's chub. I'll do it this way. The problem is you get one pluck and it's gone, you know, they just take it, you know. It's keeping it on the hook really. If you've been in more than about 5-10 minutes, you start wondering if you've got any bait on. Eel. It is an eel, isn't it? Oh, oh no. Slimy devil. You don't catch so many eels nowadays. Hopefully, it's not deep hooked. They do take it down. It's not reversing. There we go. Well, an eel. Not caught an eel for a good year or more. Well, I'm probably not going to be able to hold it, but let's have a quick look at this eel if we can. You don't catch them very often, and they are, I've got to say, they are an endangered species nowadays, eels.
Yeah, they're pulling back a bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
They're very endangered.
Yeah. Bizarre species, absolutely bizarre. Breed in Sargasso Sea, over near the Caribbean. And they swim back as elvers all the way back to here. There we go. Lovely. Oh, it's holding still for 1 second. There we go. I used to catch them a lot as a kid. And so they are coming back, hopefully. Beautiful. Off you go. Well, it is nice to see them, even if they are slimy and very difficult to unhook. Got a load of boats go through opposite. It's all part of fishing on the Wye though. I'd rather people were enjoying the river and making the most of it and helping to protect it, appreciating it than not. And I say it doesn't really affect the fishing, I don't think. I mean, you have to wind in occasionally, but I mean, I've done it myself, so I can't really complain. It certainly gets busier on the weekends though, and in high summer obviously, so if you really want to avoid them, try coming during the week. Isn't it? I couldn't even get that to the bottom. That took it on the drop, that fish. Blimey, it just shows that a feeder crashing in doesn't put them off. pulling hard, that. Almost attracted it in. Well, from casting to being in the net, that was what, 30 seconds, if that. Lovely, another nice chub. There we go. Straight back. Lovely stuff, right. Go straight back out again. That fish didn't give me 5 seconds. I didn't even put the rod on the rest though, I don't think. So Nick's got one. Yeah. Grief. We're really having it again now. These boilies are a bit better. More attractive. That's 2 fish and 2 casts both within 5 seconds. And with the crash of the feeder and the ground bait coming out, big boilie on the end, just can't resist it. Come on, you. There we go. Lovely. It's an absolute action replay of the last fish, that one. Another good stamp. Let's pop you back. Right, still got the boilie on. Let's see if see if this boilie can do number 3. Straight in. It's crazy fishing. If you sort of get the right cast and feed it down until it hits the bottom dunk. I'm not really paying out much line. I've got a 4-ounce feeder on here, so it's holding fairly well over there. And then with that fairly kind of taut line, the fish are kind of, you know, hitting it quite quickly, and I've seen the bites. It's bang, done. In you go. Here we go, and another, big chub. That is a big one actually. I think I might weigh that one. Yeah. Let's see what this one does, because I think it's certainly my best one of the day. It's got to be over 4. Oh. Yeah, it's easily the best fish of the day, of the weekend for me so far. What are we on? Oh. £4.14. Lovely, cracking fish. There you go. £4, 14. Cracking fish, easily the biggest fish so far of the weekend for me. Nick? £4, 14. Yeah, it's a cracker, isn't it? Well, we're in. This is fighting well. It's really fighting. Well, guys, I think after 2 days of fishing, I've got a better fish on here. I'm not 100%, but it's certainly fighting better and holding the bottom. I think this could be a barbel. I mean, it's fighting very different to the chub so far. It's holding bottom, it's taking a bit of line. Either a big chub or a barbel. Oh, it's got to be a barbel, that. Yeah. Oh, my arm's already hurting. Yeah. That was on the boilie. I just re-glugged it. Put some fresh paste on, cast it out. It went quite quickly as well. Oh, this is why we get up at 3:30 in the morning on a Saturday morning. 3 days on the trot. Drive hundreds of miles. And the thing you dream about for the whole of the close season. It's just such a fantastic fish. And the fight they give, I mean, chub tend to kind of lift up in the water and kite in. Barbel stick to the bottom and stay in the fast stuff, and often even swim upstream, you know, in the current. Like, they really take control and sort of bully you almost. Incredible fish, just designed for power and fast water. And it's exactly where you find them, and they thrive in it. Look at the bend in that rod. It's a powerful rod as well. It's very hard to guess how big the fish is. I mean, all barbel of a certain size fight well. Anything over about 4 or 5 pounds puts in a good show of itself. It is moving, so I don't think it's huge, but it's certainly winning the fight so far. Oh, honestly, my arm is ready to fall off. I think after all the trotting of yesterday, it's not recovered yet. Still holding in the current. Right, should be able to get a look at it soon. I mean, honestly, what other fish swims upstream in the fast water? Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's a good fish. It is a good fish. Heads up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Go on, get your tail in. Oh. Whew. Right, okay. Yeah, let's give it a go then. So, thank you, Nick. Being a gilly. So we weighed it in the net and it was £12.6. Then we weighed the net and it was £2.3 the net. So it's £10.3. First double ever. PB by some way for me. Absolute beautiful fish. Really quite deep bodied, isn't it?
It is. Very stocky.
Right. I'm going to keep it really low. Yeah. I don't want it to fall. But how's about that? Beautiful fish. Absolute belter, isn't it?
Well done, mate. Hell of a scrap as well, wasn't
Yeah, it was a great scrap, yeah. You really just don't know how big they're going to be when you're pulling them in. But yeah, beautiful. Right, we'll get that straight back. It's been well rested. Yeah, thanks, Nick. You're in the water, so.
Yeah.
Right. Right, do you want to do the honours, sir?
Yeah.
You can just
let it go.
Yeah, you just let it go if you want, thanks, yeah.
You all ready?
Yeah. Well, if I don't catch another fish,
Oh, he's getting those stuck.
I'm happy, yeah.
Come on.
There we go.
Solid fish, isn't it?
Beautiful. Okay guys, well before I cast in and after the kind of joy of that personal best barbel, my first double figure barbel as well, I mean I'm absolutely over the moon, slightly kind of shaken by it, it's amazing. I thought I'd kind of show you the tackle and the rig that I'm using. So I've got a Sonic Barbel Specialist 1 3/4 pound rod. I've got a 5000 reel on here with 12 pound main line on it. And then down at the business end, I've got a Corum, this is a 4.2 ounce 120 gram feeder, and that's packed with big river fish, shrimp and krill ground bait. It's got a kind of nice mix of pellets in. You can hear a kingfisher going past. That's on the main line with a little run ring down to, I think, what's called a tulip. I don't know if you can see that. And that's held in place by two gripper stops, okay? And that holds it, you wouldn't think that works, but actually holds it really nicely. And it allows me to kind of move the rig up and down, okay? I can shorten it or lengthen it really easily. Something I've learnt from Nick at Avon. Nice simple rig. Then down here you've got like a little quick chain swivel down to 10 pound fluoro. I've got a size 6 hook on there with a hair, and in there is a boilie, which is the krill 15mm boilie, and that's been wrapped in big fish river shrimp and krill paste as well, okay? The nice thing about what I like about this rig is, well, A, it's really simple. It never seems to get tangled, which is lovely. When you're casting quite a big weight like this, you know, 4 ounce feeder filled with ground bait like this, that's probably another couple of ounces in there. That could be like 6 ounces in there. You know, you really need to protect the line, and that's what these tulips do. You know, it rests in there when you're casting. Okay, so it's not cutting into the line at all, and yet it can still kind of, you know, easily, it's a free running rig, go up and down, no problem at all. Right, let's get back out there, cut the waffle. See if we can't catch another one. Looks like Nick's got one there as well. Nice chub. Hopefully the fish are turning on a little bit. There we go. Now the nice thing about having a boilie on today is it stays on the hook. You know, there's so many chub in the swim, it seems, that they're constantly plucking and pecking at it. If it was luncheon meat, you know, the meat would just be gone within a minute or so, and I wouldn't get through to the barbel. But having a long hair and a boilie on, I'm getting plucks now, look, from chub. It might be worth hitting. Yeah, maybe. That's a good example, actually. The tip's banging, but I'm going to leave it. You know, I really want to try and leave it for the barbel. I'm confident the boilie's still on. Whereas if that was luncheon meat, it would have gone. Okay, so it allows me to kind of sit it out. Yeah. Well, guys, we're in. Just trotting bread. I'm trotting sort of mid-water really with the bread, and I'm getting touches every trot down at the moment. It's the first one I've really connected with, but they're certainly there. And a bit of bread mid-water is a nice big target for them to kind of hone in on, so seems to have worked. Let's see what we've got.
What did you say? Okay. What did our boy say? Yeah, sorry, yeah, so there's there was the Alex Jones interview when he went off like really hard.
There we go. You see it's milked, look, it's definitely breeding season still. There we go. Lovely. It's great, isn't it? I think you've had way more than 40. I'm in. Oh, it's good sport, this. We got a double hookup. Oh. Let's get you from there. I can hold you over the water. Hook out. There we go.
I don't think it's after my rubbish morning.
Yeah. Here we go. Is it? Here we go again. Say mid-water on the bread, it's really fun. It seems to be working quite well. I brought a loaf of bread with me, it's quite a long walk home and I don't have to carry it back, so might as well give it a go. It's a lot more fun than catching them on the feeder. At the end of the day, when the fish might be up in the water a bit, well it seems that way, might as well have some fun and catch them. Try and hand this in if I can, it's a bit tight above my head, but I'm alright. Nick's catching a chubber cast above me. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Another one. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Has that got me? No, it's moved. I thought it was in a snag. Fantastic. Just drifting it down, holding back slightly, and you feel them pluck. And that's it, strike. In you go. I'll try and hand it in again. Oh, it's magic, absolute magic. Let that drag a bit. Hooked right in the corner of the mouth. And probably, oh, as long as I don't fall in, release him down there. Another one, Nick. don't get fishing like this every day. Either myself or Nick are just reeling in chub after chub after chub, often 2 at a time. If one of us isn't reeling a fish in, the other one is. I think we're spending more time reeling fish in than we are actually trying to catch them at the moment. It's just mad. Doing really different methods as well. So I'm mid-water on a bit of bread flake. Nick's right down on the bottom with meat holding back hard. I'm really going through a pace really, and both methods are working equally as well. I just think there's a lot of chub here at the moment. They're on the feed. I'm not putting any feed in at all. I don't need to. There we go. Come on. And here we go again. It's a real red letter day for the chub, and with a PB Barbel to boot, double figure. I mean, just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's what you dream about in the close season. Here we go. Cracking. I mean, they're all about that stamp as well. That's around £3, I'd say. Some a little bigger, some a little smaller, but that's sort of average size. It doesn't take many of them to catch a really big weight of fish in a day. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that. I know I certainly did. It's been a wonderful day here down on the River Wye. Both Nick and I have caught absolutely countless chub. I kind of lost track of how many fish we've both caught. Nick's definitely caught more than me. He's been trotting. In fact, he's bringing one in right now. The chub have been really kind of on and off through the day. You've either been on and you're getting a fish every trot through, or suddenly it goes very quiet. But I mean, it's been absolutely chock-a-block with fish. If I had to guess, I probably had maybe 40 chub, something like that. And I think Nick, I don't know, he's going to have to count up on his video, but it must be 50 plus, maybe even more than that. So it's been a wonderful day chub fishing. But the cherry on the top was definitely the barbel for me. I mean, it was just a really incredible fish, something I've been hoping for a long time. My first double figure barbel, £10 3, so a real PB, and a really good size for the River Wye. You don't get that many double figure barbel out the Wye, so I'm feeling really grateful, really thankful, really lucky. So wonderful. I'm turning in slightly early. It's been a long day. I'm very tired, so I'm going to go and crash out for the night, and I've got one more day's fishing tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, subscribe, do comment as well. I do like the comments, I do read them. I really appreciate them. If you're going fishing yourself, enjoy it, tight lines, and I'll see you in the next video.